heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I've gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. And a jolly good evening, everybody. Right, before we do anything, right, let's just say hi to everybody. All right, so I need to sort that out. All right, so first things first, I always do this, go to the participants list. So, hi Arizona, hi Amogo, Arizona Hawk, hi Eric, number 1, Jeff Grady, how you doing, you short ass? Sienna, hi sweetheart, Silent but Deadly, I know who you are. And Squid, hi. By the way, Squid will be going live again in regards of the stream that she was doing. So if you want to watch both streams at the same time and hear lore in one ear and yours truly in the other, then feel free to do so. And yeah, basically tonight, the content for tonight is just really chilled out. We're going to have a really chilled out evening. It's a new concept that I'm going to try. Hi, Linda. Welcome to the stream. Excuse me. I'm going to try something new. Okay. Because I think that, like, I am learning from people like Squid, DJ Ratters, JK Films, and other people. Right. And I'm learning different things, like Squid was really helpful the other day. She gave me advice and input. And also from someone who's not here at the moment, Captain Kern, all different people have been sort of like giving me advice. I've been asking them. I've been sort of like, like plugging them for asking them questions and stuff. So the best part is I fell asleep today. It was really strange because I fell asleep and I woke up with the cat, my cat, about an inch away from my face. And then as soon as I opened my eyes and I turned and looked at it, she just went, meow. And so imagine waking up to that. So, yeah. And she's right here right now looking at me. Yes, I know, sweetheart. Yes. So there you go. Now, what I want to do now, right? Let's talk about you guys. So how you guys been doing? How's life? I mean, Jeff, I know that you're quite busy. Eric, you're quite busy as well. So how's you guys been doing? Go, yeah. So how's your day been today? Considering that it's Thursday. Well, depending, where you are in the world, depends of what day it is. So anyway. Sucking the breath out. So what you guys been up to? Come on, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, and here's the reason why Squid had to do what she did today with her last stream. It looks like little baby Squid decided to become a Padawan of Picasso and decided to paint the walls. So obviously Squid had to paint the walls, and she did quite well, an okay job. Timothy Horsley, hi, welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you. So yeah, that's probably why she had to stop what she was doing. So, but like I said, tonight's going to be a new concept. I mean, I'm going to try and do this like once or twice a week. Obviously, you already know the timetable. Super busy. I've been cheating once I found a certain feature on my new uploads, so I went back and grabbed some of the better stuff. Okay. Sounds ominous, but yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Ammo Girl's been busy. That's good. I chased off a rattlesnake today. You check. Okay, well, I have a viewing and a funeral to go to the next week. I am sorry to hear that, Sienna. My condolences. Yeah. So my sincere condolences to you and to the family. And I've also been doing a little bit of research, and I hope that you like the new thumbnail picture. I mean, I'm gonna be all over the place when it comes to that. Like I said, obviously my intent is to ensure. Basically, my intent is to be myself. I'm not going to be something I'm not. And as of you, all of you know that I say it as it is, and I don't hold back, YouTube or not. And I will continue to do research. I'll continue to do deep digging, and I will continue to do so. Come hell or high water. One thing I do want to say is that I am very grateful. I'm saying this genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I am genuinely grateful for the people I have met in this last year. And one thing I can say is that with the good comes the bad. And I've seen, and like I said, when I first said, I don't care what streams people go into, as long as you don't bring that, if it's negative, you don't bring it in here. All right. Because when you come in here, this is a safe place. This is a place where people can, where people can come in, and just chill out. Hi, Gail. How you doing, sweetheart? I stopped in to hit the like, and I'm head to Squids. I'll be back. You're still when. Oh yeah, no problem, Timothy. You crack on. I'll sit here talk to myself. I don't mind. Just hold on a dragon breath. And you know, for people to be able to come in here, regardless of who they are, you know, to come in and just basically, you know, chill out and talk to each other. Now, at the end of the day, if people don't like each other, then you leave that outside. You leave that before you come through the entrance, before the door, because I have decided that I am going to have zero tolerance. If someone comes in here bullying someone else or having to go at someone because of their opinion, or, you know, because they're offended just for the sake of being offended, you know, you don't have the right to attack people. If you don't like someone, then don't talk to them, block them or ignore them. Okay. And I'm going to stick to that. And I've asked some of them, you know, I've sent that CC1 across to the moderators. And I know there's moderators who, you know, have honorable moderation. And there's also moderators who, you know, are basically, you know, you mess with them at your own peril, so to speak. Another thing, you know, I want to progress in subscriptions. I want to progress until I can get to 1,200 subs. Hopefully I can reach that. I've only got 55 to go to hit 1,000. No, I haven't. Tell a lie. I've got 255. My bad. Sorry, I do apologize. And then I've got another 200 on top of that. And then I'm going to wait until it sort of balances itself out. So now going on to the next part. Hang on a minute. Let me just get things going here. All right. In regards of the next thing is basically, as you are fully aware, I have started a second channel, and this second channel is going to be specifically. Actually, before I go into that, I am glad that, you know, some people are having a fantastic day. Well, you gave me the reason to take a break, so you're stuck. I know. I'm happy we're stuck with you, Amagal. Yeah. What was I going to say? No one ever makes trouble in here. No, people don't because they know what will happen. Mama Joe, hi, welcome to the stream. Good evening with this unexpected surprise. A great nightcap. Well, it's not more of a nightcap. It's more of a like, hey, let's chat and chill. That's what it is. It's basically let's chat, chill, updates, laughs, and random chaos. You should know by now. It always turns into chaos or gets derailed, you know, either by Jeff or someone else. But anyway, so if you guys have had a really fantastic day, that's good. You know, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go into the next segment, and that segment is about the new channel. I mean, for a while, you know, I was thinking about it, and then someone else decided to do a second channel, and I was like, you know what, that's not a bad idea. And then thinking about it, like afterwards, after the conversation I had, I was like, do you know what? That's not a bad idea. I can still play games on here, but I can concentrate more. Hi, Hans. Welcome to the stream, bud. I can still concentrate on that channel where it's games only. Okay, that's where I post my games. That's it. And then what? Okay, hi, welcome. You know, and basically just concentrate that channel specifically for gaming streams. I'm learning about YouTube stuff, and it's mind-boggling. You know, but I'm learning. It's an eye-opener. You know, I mean, when you get that basic advice as a, you know, like as you know, I never intended to go do live streams. However, I was sort of like scuttled into that direction, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. But when it comes to, you know, everything that's going on, you know, my actual genre is entertainment and gaming. Okay. It's not political. It's not anything else. It's my genre is, you know, gaming and basically just sitting here being a complete arse, you know, and having a good laugh and saying it as it is. So going on to the next topic is welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official announcement of, I did announce it the other day, but tonight is the official announcement of my new channel, and I would like you to spread the word, right? And if I know there's a lot of people who play games, Jeff and other people like to play games. They enjoy playing games, and I want you to go and subscribe, go and hit the crap out of the like buttons, and leave a comment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the comments will be open. However, they are strictly moderated, very strict moderation. I can assure you that. And I will not hesitate to block anyone who thinks that they can play some sort of stupid little childish games, because I will actually just put anything about you on a block list, because that there is for entertainment, and I want people to enjoy it. Okay, I want people to be able to go and watch the video. Some videos are around a half an hour, 45 minutes. Some of them about 50 minutes. There's going to be videos in there that are over an hour. Okay, it's basically for you to just chill out. Right. So here's the link to my new channel, and I'm going to pin that to the top. So again, like I did last time, the other day, there you go. And it's just going to be for gaming. Straightforward. You're going to know it's me. You're going to know it's my channel. And basically, I've had a lot of help from people, especially Ammo Girl, who created this screenshot that you're seeing. And which I can't understand why I can't think of stuff like this, but other people just go then bang there, and it is absolutely fantastic. So a big shout out to Ammo Girl. All right. Now, also, don't forget my pretty as well. I want people to support my pretty, because obviously she, I think that she deserves to have a platform where she, you've seen what she's like when we chat on Mondays, or when we're on with Squid on Tuesdays. So can you just imagine what it would be like? Yeah. So please go and give that a hit. And Eric, if you want to put your link in, you're more than welcome to put your link in. And as far as I'm concerned, I like to share the love, and I've done that in the past, and I'll do that in the future as well. Now, on the SpawnTrooper Gaming, basically what you're going to find, all you're going to do is you're going to find videos and the created playlists, and each game genre is going to have its own playlist. So you have a choice. You can go into the videos and go and just check all the videos out, or you can go into the playlist and you can just go and enjoy. I will try to keep the thumbnails and everything else to the minimum as possible, and so basically you can enjoy the game. And I know that I've got quite a few games already uploaded on this platform, but to be perfectly honest with you, hi Missy Lady, welcome to the stream. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that hurts. I don't think it will hurt anybody. And like I've had different song. I've had Missy Lady's done a song for me, which I was going to play tonight, but I would like to stick to the segment, the context of the stream today. I probably might do it over the weekend, because I will be uploading 2 to 3 videos a week, depending. Hi David, welcome to the stream, dude. I will be uploading probably around 2 to 3 videos a week on the gaming side. On here, it's going to be more live streams. So if you want to enjoy a game, and then once a week, or probably over weekends, I probably might be on here and I'll play a game, and then we can interact, and then just have like that typical. It's like a barbecue. You got everyone playing and enjoying themselves and just chatting and having fun, and that isn't. And at the end of the day, everyone is welcome. You're not forced to sit here. You can talk. You can come and sit in here, and you can talk with each other, or you can just chill out and to come and talk to me. That's what's new. Now, what content what content are you going to be seeing on either channel? Like I said, on the gaming channel, it's going to be games only. I probably will also add some things like tips and tricks, or game reviews. There probably might be videos for game reviews. So if you see a game review on that platform, then obviously and also like if you guys play games, you can leave in comments that you know what games you play, and then if you want me to do a little bit of research, you want me to go and check out a game and things like that, then I'll try and do that. I'll try and figure it out. Now the content, like I said, are going to be games, probably tips and tricks, probably some tutorials as well. I'm going to start working on tutorials in some games. And what's going to be coming next? Like I said, I mean, I'm going to do some more truck driving, and I'm going to be doing some other things as well, like, for example, flight sim. I'm going to definitely try to do the flight sim stuff. And also, yeah, that's something else I probably might be doing, is like, gaming equipment, desk reviews and, stuff like that. What would be easier? Especially now, here's the thing. This is not for youngsters. This is not for someone who's 18, 19, or someone who's in their 20s. I'm talking about people who are older, like in their 40s and their 50s, who want to, like, decompress and play games and enjoy themselves. So there's going to be stuff like that appearing on there. When it comes to seats, I really can't comment on that because everyone has a different, I mean, you got to be careful with people with back issues and stuff like that. But anyway, that's probably a good idea. And Missy Lady, I'm not sad, I'm just tired. That's all. Yeah. So so I do apologize. And plus, obviously, things are going right now. Here's a question for you guys. Actually, in fact, let me put a poll up. Right. Hang on. Let me see if this will work. I mean, obviously, the shopping. Obviously, the shopping. 1 second, please. Let me just do this poll. There you go. Right. Okay. So, Lina, it happened to me too. It froze. Yeah. I mean, oh wait, let me just check. Yeah, I'm all is good here. Everything is. Yeah. That's probably YouTube, not me. Everything's fine at the moment. So. So there you go. And also, it's very hard for me not to sweat, Missy. So, but then again, shit happens. There you go. Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. I've put a poll up. Okay, so it helps me get an idea of what games you would like to see. And obviously, when I do play games, especially if I'm playing on my own, I usually come out with short liners that even make me laugh. The flight sim one, I'm still working on that. I'm trying to find a way to attach the controllers, because they're two separate controllers. I've got a power controller and I've got the joystick, and I'm trying to do some I'm just trying to figure out how I can attach them to my desk with my desk without making things look crap. Now, and here's another thing. What I want to do as well, I want to separate the two channels where I've got gaming on one, and on here it's going to be generic, because I want to start doing special effects lessons. I want to do first aid lessons. I want to bring, I mean, when it comes to first aid, there's only so much I can say, to stay within the realm of legality. At the end of the day, the only way, anything else, you have to go and do the courses. You have to, or do online, research online. However, when it comes to DIY, especially with vehicles, how many people in here, especially the guys, right, know how to fix brake lines, or know how to fix the know what a brake reservoir does, or a power steering reservoir does, or different things to figure out issues with your car, or why you're losing air from a tire, but you can't figure out because it's not the valve, and you can't find a hole, right? So there's going to be stuff like that, and also I'm going to try and find old videos of where I used to ride on a motorbike. And basically, I'm going to try and get some videos up of me when I'm riding my bike. My bike is going to be put into winter sleep, and I'm going to be doing some bits and bobs on that as well. Okay, so that's going to be fun as well. Jesus, it's going to be interesting. And at the end of the day, I know that a lot of people, thrive on negative. I'm not saying that you guys thrive on negativity, but it's the drama. It's the, what's your thoughts on the army field jacket? What one? Star. What you need to be more specific. Asking me a generic question about sorry, Sienna Star. I do apologize, Sienna. You have to be more specific when it comes to, and this is another thing. If you're going to ask me questions about stuff, you need to be more specific. Are you talking about the smock? Are you talking about the Gore-Tex? Are you talking about like the Parasmock? I mean, what? I mean, are you talking about a chest rig? Are you talking about like the Vertis equipment that the British Army have got? Or if you can be a little bit more specific there, Sienna, I'd be really appreciated. Yeah, and Star, welcome to the stream. And I'm sorry if I came across a bit sarcastic and rude there. I didn't mean that. I do apologize. The American field jacket. The American field jacket. What, you mean the new uniform? Huh? What? Let me just do some research. 1 second. What, you mean the M65? The old field jacket. Is that the one you're talking about? Is that the one you're talking about, Sienna? Are you talking about the what do they call them? I think is it the new uniform? I don't know. I mean, you need to be specific. I mean, personally, I think green one. There's a green one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the M65. That's what you're talking about, isn't it? I'm still connected. I haven't lost connection. I'm still live. Yeah, you just have to refresh the page. Yeah, YouTube. Apparently, YouTube has been having issues today and yesterday as well, I believe. Yeah, there you go. It's gone again. So it's yeah. Not sure what's going on, but yeah, YouTube has had issues, and the M65 looks like a warm jacket. I think it's I do believe it's the what was it, the M65 jacket? Let me have a look. The M65 field jacket. If I can remember correctly, it's Gore-Tex. It's got a liner in it. Yeah, it's right. Okay, yeah, all right. This the one that I found. I don't know if this is a branded M65 giant jacket olive. See, that's got an inner Gore-Tex. Yeah, that's got Gore-Tex inner. Yeah, I remember that one. Where's the original one? Is that the original one? Let's have a look. Please hold. Your call's important to me. Right. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the M65, like any of these field jackets, usually have like a Gore-Tex inner, like a warm inner. Crazy Clown, welcome to stream. Hi, how you doing? Welcome. Right, what was I talking about before we start talking about that? Because, oh yeah, right, okay. So basically, that's what I'm doing in regards of both of these, you know. But my question is, like, we did a poll. Let's see how we're doing. Like shooting games, we've got 27. Right, out of there's 11 votes out of how many people are in it. There's 20 people in it. There's 11 votes. Right, 64% if you want me to do the driving games. 27 want shooters. Right, and obviously other. Let's discuss. Right, so driving and shooters, that's not a problem. So I can do more videos, more content for that. That's content until hell freezes over and I'm doing ice skating competitions like Torval and Dean. So that, don't worry about that. Also, yeah, make sure you refresh because, like I said, YouTube is playing up. I haven't had any issues so far. Just refresh. It's not, by the way, guys, it's not your internet. It's not me. It's YouTube. Right. So, what else was I going to say? Yeah. Right. Now, in regards of, how can I put it? Yeah. In regards of gaming, okay. When it comes to games news stuff and gaming news and stuff like that, I'm going like when it comes to games reviews, when like if it's my pretty and I, or if I'm doing this on my own, I'm basically going to be covering games that I like playing. Okay, I'm going to be covering games that I think that what I think, and if there's a game on there that's somewhat I find quite interesting, then obviously I'll give it like a shout out, in regards of any new releases or any updates. Now, one thing I do know is that if anyone has got American Truck Simulator, European Truck Simulator, DayZ, Armor, World of Warships, and Deadside and Incursion, all of these have been having quite a few updates. So if you've got Steam and you've been having updates and you're having issues connecting to the servers, all you need to do is just go and verify your files, restart your game, like close it down properly, totally close it down, and then restart your game again, and then just go by a normal login, and hopefully, and it should be fixed. Now, I mean, obviously, when we do start talking about games and new releases and stuff like that, obviously, I'm going to be specific in the questions I'm going to ask. Like, I'm going to ask you if games are overhyped or are they worth the wait? Or, is it worth the money? Okay, like Deadside, for example. Okay, it's a very basic game. It's basically 2 to 3 other various different games in one. One second, I've just heard something. And I mean, like each server is different, and plus it has multiplayer, and it's also got PVE and PvP. PvP means player versus player. PvE means player versus environment or AI. Okay, so you got that. Now, going on to the next topic. Now, the internet seems to be very weird lately. There's certain trends going on. I mean, besides the political crap that's going on in every country that we know of, right? There's a lot of trends, this dancing trend and stuff like that. Dancing, I find it a little bit scary that you've got, you know, I don't know, it's really weird. But there's one thing that I really like. There are two people out there. I can't remember the guy's name, but he does the voiceovers for animals. And some of these short videos or some of these videos are freaking hilarious. And I mean richly hilarious, and the content of the videos, especially the way he does it. And I personally, I think that guy should have his own show. He should have a whole production team who just help him out with that. The other one is a woman. I can't remember her name. Next time I go live, MLGO, you can remind me, or someone can remind me. And basically, she sits in the bath in her bath, or what you Americans call the bathtub, right? And she sits in the bath, and she's covered with this cream, and I mean, absolutely covered in it. And she's basically just freaking, you know, just acting out to a song that's played, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's things like that, the trends like that I really enjoy, because I tell you one thing, it does put a smile on your face. If you're having a bad day or you've just dealt with some clown, yeah, not the Aussie voiceover, not him. No, he's looking hilarious as well. I think it's an American guy. Um, oh God, yeah, I can't remember, but like I said, I'll figure it. I'll try to remember it for next time. So, what do you guys think of these type of memes? Do you think they're funny, or do you think that like they're a little bit? So, what do you think? What's your opinion about these? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find. Uh, Wait a minute. What's it called? Uh, all these. Um, all right. Here's one. There's one link, so you can go and check that out. All right. Right. I think that's freaking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, because like right at the end, he says, you know, he touched your man sausage. And then she says right at the end, that guy wasn't even a doctor. And the dog's face is just like, yeah. What else is there? Let me see if I can find the other one. Let me see if I can find the other one for you. There's an Indian guy called Masood Boomgard. And he's like, take care of your, yeah, that's another funny one. Let me see if I can find. Where's the one that I put? Where's the one? I don't like, because obviously, I'm still learning about showing this on. So let me see if I can just find it. Where the hell did I put it? Wait a minute. Let me. Oh, not that one there. Not that one. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Let me see if I can find it. No, not that one. Not that one either. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's. No, not that one. Doop Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't find it. I can't find the one in the bathtub where she sits covered in the bathtub. Actually, if anyone, and I've opened the bar, by the way. It's non-alcoholic, just so you know. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying to find it, but let me see if I put it. Where did I put it in? Was it Otter Creek one? Was it that one? Oh, I've got something to fucking. Oh, yeah, we got something to talk about there as well. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. Yes. No, I don't know what it is, but for some reason I can't find the video that I put up. Why is that? What is this heresy? Let me see if I can find it. I want to find it for you guys because then you'll know what I'm talking about. So talk amongst yourselves while I go and sort this out. Wait, what? Oh my God, someone just put. David Green posted a picture of Dr. Pepper 23. Is that 23? Why is it every time I click on a picture, it says unavailable? What is going on with freaking Facebook? Or are people deleting pictures? Stop deleting your freaking pictures, people. That was funny. Dr. Pepper. This page is unavailable at the moment. This may be because of the technical error that we're working on to fix. Please try again. Reload page. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay, good point. Well presented. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry about that. The one that says you're coming to take me away. Yeah, that one there. That's the one I'm looking for. That is the one I'm looking for. If you can just tag, if you can, you're coming to take me away. You're coming to take me away. You're coming to take me away. My nose, no, don't touch me there. Oh, touch me. No, don't touch me there. No, square. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it. God dang it. Yeah. Anyway, so right, where was I before I really totally derailed myself? Anyway, so yeah. But those trends, those type of videos are fantastic. They're hilarious, and I think that like they do like cheer people up. I mean, I must admit, it's worth it though. It is worth it if you really wanted to just have fun. I mean, like every time I come across a video like that, I usually link it and I post it because it has to be done. It has to be posted because let's be very honest. Yeah, let's be very, very honest. Right. Usually when I put those videos up, right, you do have a giggle. You do like have that little dirty grin on, going, yeah, that's funny. That was funny. It's just like the video that JK Films did, the little one, where you've got animated video. Yeah. So I'm still trying to find that freaking video I put up. Where the hell is it? Was it in Tube? Was it in Tube Town or don't mention any other groups, but I'll find. Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it. Don't you worry about that because we got a couple of other things. I want to talk about something specific. I want to touch base. I want to touch base on something tonight. in regards of the anti-what-the-hell's ecosystem and the ongoing legal proceedings that in some way, shape, or form are absolutely insanity. And not just that, the fact that Lynette Preston, hang on, I'm not going to derail myself now, I'm going to carry on. And then, you know, anyway, so what about you guys? What favorite games? Hi, Therese Taylor. How you doing? What favorite games do you guys have? Or what favorite, you know, weird experience or streaming struggles, or, you know, what things do you enjoy? You know, do any of you do like, you know, different hobby? Have you got any DIY skills, hobbies, or stuff like that that you share with other people? You know, I've seen people who no longer talk to me, or I'm no longer in contact with. You know, I mean, there's some people out there who are very gifted with painting and creating pictures and, you know, different things, and I am just absolutely gobsmacked by the ability to do that. Oh, too late, Gail. I've already derailed myself. But what's your favorite stuff? What do you enjoy? And this goes to all of you. Yeah. So what's your enjoyment? What makes you happy during the day, when if you're not working, you're retired, or, you know, what do you enjoy? Oh, and you're, yeah. All right then, Mary. No problem. I'll look for it. Not a problem. Don't panic. Let's carry on. So tell me about, you know, what you enjoy. Come on, I want to get to know you guys a little bit better than I have over the last year, considering that we've known each other over a year now. Photography. Oh, I love photography. Actual fact, I'm going to show you something. I am going to show you something now. Would you like me to introduce you to my cat? Would you like me to introduce you to my cat? Would you like to meet my pussycat? Hey? Would you like to meet my cat? Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Excuse me. Okay. Right. One second. Okay, right. So what we're going to do. Oh, nope. Nope. Right, okay. So we're going to go like that. Going to go like that. Right. This here is the laziest cat you will ever meet. Okay. There you go. And there she is. And then when I called her name, what do you want? Fuck off. And she like, there you go. That's my little darling. Well, one of two. And there you go. Old school gardening. Well, I taught a twitty cat. Photography, painting, fishing, and cars. Yes, photography. Yeah, photography. I actually changed that picture. I put it to black and white. No, she was actually asleep, belly up. Yeah. What else we got? Old school gardening, quilting, needlepoint, crafting. One thing I do know, there's a lot of you that like to do that. A lot of crafting, needlework, quilting, and stuff like that. What else is there? Mary, I got away from the gardening with my husband. Sienna, sorry for your loss. Photography and diving. Have two British shorthand cats. Nice. Is that diving or driving? Diving. I like diving as well. Do you know there's one thing when you go into water and you go scuba diving, you can richly hear your own pulse. And if it's very quiet and you're sort of like in a quiet environment, and all you hear is obviously you breathing using your regulator, and sometimes you can hear stuff underwater. You can hear stuff, and you'll be very surprised of what you can hear. I mean, like, yeah, scuba diving takes you back to the, I mean, every human being remembers, or it's like it's like a something, an unconscious thing where when you go into water, you feel more comfortable. And it's because, like, when you were in the womb, you were surrounded by fluid, and that's why people, find it very relaxing sometimes. But not everyone. Some people don't like water. Can you imagine they don't like water, but they go in the shower? That's weird. Anyway, so let's go on to the next topic, shall we? Oh, I mean, this is observational. This everything I'm about to say is my personal opinion. Is everything is alleged? Everything is speculative. Everything is the way I see it. Now, everyone else has a different opinion, and that's a bloody good thing, because once everyone's got an opinion, okay, a different opinion, then you'll come to the point where you can actually have a very good discourse with each other, right, and listen to each other's opinion, and at the same time may learn something from each other. But when I see Lynette Preston talk, well, not talk, but dictate to her phone, not realizing that sometimes what you say, I mean, like, why are you asking to loan money off someone when your history of lending money off people is, it's like you're standing on the bow of a ship, and that ship is called the Titanic, and it's just snapped in half and it's sinking, and all the people that are jumping off, like, and you're still asking for people to help you financially. When will this ever stop? When will it come to a point where this woman, at the age of 63, right, is always on the scrounge, always asking other people for money, but she can afford jewelry that she sells in her flea market. She can afford all that jewelry stuff, and she can afford the welder. She can afford all this other stuff. So why is it that people even entertain this individual anymore? Why do people care about what goes on? Do you know what? There's so much crap that's happened over the last 18 months. It is absolutely pointless paying more attention to it. People are like, richly sitting there in front of you, lying to you through their teeth, whatever teeth they have. And it just goes on and on and on. And if they're not doing it on their own platform, they're doing it on other people's platforms. When do people come to the conclusion or come to the realization that this will not stop until people stop feeding the hamster? Because that's what happened. You keep on feeding that hamster's going to jump on that wheel and carry on running and running and running and running. Now, if you stop feeding that hamster, you stop throwing food like that, then, after a while, that beast and that animal will just go away because they know they won't get anything. And the fact that, she's been, look, if you want to marry every couple of years, fine. But here's a question. Now, it could have been a medical reason, whatever. But here's the thing. You've been married 7 times. Now, how many children has she had with her husband? How many children has she had? 2? 1, 2? In seven marriages, she's had 2 husbands. Two children, probably. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I mean, that's me just guessing. Sorry, I had to cough there. So, I mean, what's the next one here? No, not yet. So here's a question to you guys. Why? I mean, let's be realistic about this. There are a lot of people out there who encourage this behavior. They enable this behavior from her and from him and from other people. And the reason being is because at the end of the day, she knows that she can grift. She knows that she'll get something. There's people out there who don't care. That here's the money. She's going on about like getting this new camper. Oh, she needs $425. Okay. And now suddenly she wants 1,000 something. Like nearly $2,000. What's next? So my question here goes back to this. It brings me, for some reason today, I was thinking, for some reason, this popped into my head. And I don't even know why. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing. I'm just saying this is what popped into my head. Now, a lot of people donated money. They sent cash apps. They sent PayPals. They sent this. They sent Venmos. They got memberships. They got super chats, stuff like that. Now, obviously, there is a difference between certain things where you can turn around and say, well, hang on a minute. Super chats and anything you can't include that. All right, not a problem. The fact that Lynette Preston actually wrote out in her own words, that Crampon lied to them. Okay, the fact that where's all this money gone? And the fact that like the Crampon said, "Oh, I'll just use the rest of the money for legal defense against you if you try to sue me." But here's the question: where's the money? There still hasn't been any transparency whatsoever, no matter what you say. And the fact that they already had the money for the fence last year. Well, we've gone over this. We've discussed this. I'm not gonna bamboozle you again with that. But I'm gonna read this out to you. Embezzlement. Excuse me a second. Embezzlement is the fraudulent taking of personal property by someone to whom it was entrusted. Listen to the words, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the words. Okay? I'll repeat that sentence one more time. Embezzlement is the fraudulent taking of personal property by someone to whom it was entrusted. It is most often associated with a misappropriation of money. Embezzlement can occur regardless of whether the defendant keeps the personal property or transfers it to the third party. Anyone want to comment now, or I'll wait till you comment and see what your opinion is before I carry on? Come on, think about it. Okay, let me sort of like put. Oh, check out my son's photo. His name is Scuba. Right, these are a few day photos. Okay, will do, mate. Hans. And also, guys, don't do me a favor. Don't try to put too much of your personal stuff in here, because you do know that there are people out there, who will try anything to, But anyway, right. So, in most often associated, and this is not an accusation. These are an alleged speculative viewpoint. Right. This is education. This is me doing journalistic investigating. This is me giving criticism, and comment. Okay, because at the end of the day, right, there are too many people who beat around the bush. They beat around the bush until they're blue in the face, because some of them are lying. Embezzlement can. This is where people go wrong. They don't listen to the wording. Embezzlement can occur regardless of whether the defendant keeps the personal property or transfer it to a third party. Now, technically, Lynette Preston is a third party in this, because you send money to the Crampons are supposed to pass it on to Lynette Preston. Now, because there hasn't been any transparency or accountability or receipts or facts or proof or anything like that from both corners, from both Lynette and from the Crampons, right? Which then makes people speculate. It makes people then question, well, hang on a minute. If all this money was sent to you for the benefit of the child and Lynette Preston and John Cook, why haven't they received it? I mean, like last year when I was talking about the fence, and I was going on and on and on about the fact that they already had all the money for the fence, and everyone was going, no, you're full of shit, you don't know what you're talking about. But lo and behold, I proved you wrong. I actually proved the fact that I already pointed it out, and I called it. And people were going, no, you're full of shit, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know, you're just making crap up. Really? Well, if you go back to one of the streams, you'll actually hear their own words. You will actually see me prove that I was right, that I called it last year. But hey, Now, when it comes to the money, you need to think about two things here. The person giving the money to the individual. Say, for example, when I do, and once I'm monetized, and people send me super chats and memberships, I am going to make sure that I keep a list of how much is sent and how much I receive, because obviously, YouTube take their cut. All right. At some point, I may or may not add in a PayPal, a business account. And I've already put in securities, already make safety. So basically, this is how you should do it. If you are going to send a PayPal payment of any kind to anybody, right? First of all, using PayPal to receive donations is a bit dodgy. If I wanted to do something in regards of donations or GoFundMe or Go Gift and Go, I'm not going to do that. What I will do is I'll basically say, right, here is my PayPal account. It is a business account. And basically, I want to make absolutely sure if you are sending something that you want me to pass on to homeless veterans or to a charity of veterans, or you want it for me, right? If it's a donation towards the charity, then you have to write that into the you have to make sure that the reason for sending that money is for that specific reason. And if it's a tip, if it's towards me, then you need to make sure you write tip to, and that's it. Okay, because if people send me donations, that donation is going to the charity. So if you say, oh, did you receive that $10 I sent you so you can go and get yourself Dr. Pepper? I'm going to go, yeah, I received $10, but that's gone to the charity because you didn't put in a specifically, description. This is a tip. And, I am never going to ask anybody for anything ever, that I can assure you of. I've had people offer me things and I've gone, no, pay it forward. Find a homeless person. Go to a homeless shelter and do something. Right. And that's the way it's going to go. And here's the thing where they made a mistake. They used wordings like donation to support and help. Okay. All right. Super chats. In some of the super chats, if people go back and actually go back through the videos and everything else, you'll see, excuse me, you'll see the super chats and it will have specific writing in it. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Gail. Right, super chats. It'll say, "Oh, here's something towards the Christmas fund for HG." Now that there is a donation. That's not a tip. That's a donation. Even if it doesn't say it is, that is a donation because it's directed at an object. It's directed for something specific. Now here. Right. Historically, embezzlement became a crime because thefts were occurring in which the elements of larceny could not be met because the thief had the right to possess the funds. Are you listening? Let me repeat that again. Historically, embezzlement became a crime because thefts were occurring in which the elements of larceny could not be met because the thief had the right to possess the funds. Now, the burden of proof, because they haven't shown transparency, and the only thing we've got are our live streams and their own words, right? The burden of proof is on us to prove that they are lying. Now, the thing is, this is the sentence that you should be looking for. Because the thief had the right, let me repeat that, the right to possess the funds. Because did you ever see Lynette Preston or John Cook say, I don't want you to receive any more funds on our behalf. I want them to come to me directly. Did you ever see the Crampons or anyone associated to the Crampons put up a link directly to a PayPal for, hi Robert Ward, for Lynette Preston or John Cook? I'm good to see you, Robert. Have you? Did you? If you did, press 1. If you haven't, press 2. I'll give you enough time to respond to that because I know that we're sort of lagging. All right. So I want you, right, in honest hand on heart, put in here 1 yes, 2 no. If you ever saw that interaction, and then we'll move on. And while I'm waiting for you guys to respond, I'm going to read the rest out. Okay. Thus, the prosecution could not prove the element of the trespassing taken. Meanwhile, proving embezzlement only requires showing either that the employee, that this is based about employer and employee, had possession of the goods or funds because of the employee's position, or that the employee had the authority to exercise substantial control over the goods or funds. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, okay, and I'm not a topic. I am not a subject expert. But one thing I can say is this. This is how it went. This is my viewpoint on this. So just remember, just step out the box, step away from, from this and just listen, look in and listen. Pay attention because I've only said this once. You have a triangle. 1 second, I need a cough. One second. Now, I'm going to do something now. If you just bear with me a sec. And you'll see what I'm doing. You'll see what I mean. You'll see. Shit. Sorry about that. Coughing my lungs out there. Right. Jeff, did I say it's embezzlement? Did I actually say it's embezzlement? Yes or no? Just asking the question. Did I say embezzlement or not? Or was I using some of the terminology within that screenshot? Hi, Moonwolf, how you doing, bud? Just let's not twist the words here, Jeff. Okay, let's not twist the words, mate, because I'm going to show you something. As you can see here. Okay, now obviously, let's go like that. Right. Wait a second. What? Oh, let's make it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make a triangle. And just so you know, I can't see your chat because, nope. We're going to make a triangle. Right. Now, here, we got, what the hell's, okay? All right, I want you guys to pay attention because I can't see chat, so please pay attention. All right, here, we got Preston. Okay, let's make that a little bit smaller. There you go. So I can bring it down. There you go. And then we got the crampons. Okay, right. Now, what we need to do, right, is this. In the middle, right, we put guapo. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go like that. Yeah, and now we're going to change the color on the arrow. And as I can't pay attention to the screen, so in fact, actual fact, hang on a minute, let me just, 1 second. Yeah, now, here's the thing you need to pay attention to. So what we're going to do, we're going to go green. Now, when all this started, right, What the Hell's ecosystem, Bruce Matskin, right, basically sort of knew there was a case going on. The crampons also saw the opportunity to use these two, right? The thing was, there was an issue between Lynette Preston and What the Hells. Lynette Preston wanted to make money off What the Hells. What the Hells was going, nope, you can't pass this line, right? They then got a cease and desist. The cease and desist was basically ignored. Legal actions were going to be taken. So basically, he decided, you need to stay the fuck away from me. Simple. There's the line. Do not cross that line. However, what they then did, they decided, oh, screw it. Let's cross the line. You know, we're innocent. We didn't do anything wrong. And they crossed the line. Right. Then the crampons went, ooh, we've got a personal vendetta against him. So what we're going to do, we're going to go like that. We're going to again ask them to then basically let us talk for her. They then started attacking him, right? This guy started talking shit and bringing themselves in and started attacking them. Then the ecosystem started coming in because of Bruce Matskin, right? And now guess what? Started attacking him. All right. And the thing was, the whole time, guess what? These guys here, these guys turned around and went, hey, we'll talk for you. We'll speak for you. We'll be your mouthpiece. Does anyone see what's going on here? And now, okay, then at some point, you've got these guys, him, there. Then you've got Stupid Dave, and you've got everyone else on that picture. And have a guess where all the arrows are going, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? And all that, What the Hells were doing, the only thing that What the Hells were doing, right? The only thing they were doing is they were defending themselves. That's all they were doing. As simple as. It's all one direction, all defense. Anyone see the picture now? Does that make a little bit more sense to you? If it doesn't, then you need to go back to the beginning and look. Every single one of these here, this guy here, these guys here, be honest with you, these guys, forget them, because once the crampons and once Bruce Matskin got involved with these guys here, they took over the basically they started talking through them, because like these guys were quiet for quite a while. But these and this guy, these lot, including Stupid Dave, I mean Stupid Dave's part of the anti what the hell's, Guapo has been very quiet, but he is part and parcel of this. In fact, he is one of the reasons why the crampons went after Jeremy Hells, because of the hoarder house. And people forget about that. And now that they think that there was money involved, the only way all this can get solved, the only way this all can be resolved, and I'm telling you this right now, the only way this can be resolved, all right, the only way this can be resolved, okay, is this. The IRS get involved, the feds get involved, the Department of Finance gets involved. There are injunctions made that all bank transactions, everything else from the crampons, from Bruce Matskin, from Luthman, from Volpe, from Leslie Lush Lips, whatever she's called, and everyone else on that side are investigated down to the penny. Then all receipts, any transactions, any credit card transactions, cash transactions, or any communication between those people and other parties, i.e. like engineers, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, builders, anything, that all gets put onto one table. Because to be perfectly honest with you, unless you do that, you're never going to find out where all the money's gone. Because I even though that Only Me does not like me, and I have the same opinion as him, I think he's however, I have to agree. One thing I will say, I don't think he's lying with the amount of money he sent. And I don't think other people are lying with the amount of money they have donated and sent to these people. Hi, Steve. And the biggest issue is, and this is my personal opinion, the biggest issue is that people are not paying attention to the little things. Yes, go and sit in Tug's stream, go and sit in Megan's stream, go and sit in my stream, or in Squid's stream, or the expert stream, or Shizzy's stream, or anyone else's stream, and listen to them giving their opinion. I mean, at one point, Megan and Tug were on the receiving end of lawsuits, or Rosalind Duke, yeah. And the thing is, you need to understand that everyone has their input, but it's the small things that people are missing. People are not addressing it because it's not relevant. It's not clickbait. It's not, it's the fact that, like, I have pointed out to people, oh, what about this? I've sent people different. Oh, by the way, go and have a look at that, and they've ignored it. So basically, if they're going to ignore it, I'll talk about it. And then a couple of hours later, someone else said, oh, yeah, I mentioned that many moons ago. Yeah, sure you did. This is one thing I've noticed. Whenever people do all the research and they talk about it, suddenly you got other people thinking that they know better. Well, hang on a minute. How many times did I have to point out that, certain individuals had lied? And then when I actually pointed it out, and when I actually pointed out the fact that one individual was a freaking, basically an idiot, where's he now? He's not giving it fucking big lips now, is he? No. He's not in a restaurant or outside a courthouse or walking down Hollywood Boulevard giving it mouth or giving it gob now, is he? No. Because the thing is, you need to remember that these guys couldn't make it in the jobs they had. So what's the easiest job for them? They went into journalism. Anyone can be a journalist. Anyone can be an auditor. Anyone can be, a public crier or public speaker. Now, the thing is, Ramscan is probably as thick as two short planks, but one thing I have to give him, he does have manners, and he does seem to be somewhat professional, which I can't say for the rest of them. So, and I don't really, I've already spoken about the guy and I've already brought the guy up, but people ignored it. And now suddenly he's center of attention. But when I discussed him and when I actually brought up and I actually mentioned him, it was like, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, you did. No one cared. But now, bang. Not even now, but before. I find it very strange. I do find it very strange that this whole case is still going on. I am surprised that this hasn't been put to bed. It is good, and the thing is, I'm surprised that the courts have not noticed that the ecosystem are deliberately doing this. I mean, for a judge to turn around and say, "Hey, you're not going to use that language. You're not going to use the profanity. You're not going to do this, and this in a court document, right? Either write it properly or don't, or be gone." And the fact that Bruce Matskin, I mean, there probably might be a reason why, because of the court case and everything else. The fact that he hasn't been held in contempt for his actions with all the letters and emails that he's been writing. Yeah, I did, Jeff, and I'm being nice, Jeff. Come on, give me some credit, mate. I'm being nice to the guy. I mean, he hasn't officially said that he's part of the ecosystem, so the anti-what the hell's ecosystem. So, but. And this is why I find it hilarious when people try to just criticize me or they try to say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." Well, if I don't know what I'm talking about, why don't you know about it? Why don't you do the research? Why don't you go looking and try to find the information? Why don't you question the crampons, or why don't you hold them responsible? I mean, obviously, like the members in the anti-what the hell's ecosystem, if you look at them, let's be honest, if you look at them, right, and you look at Lynette Preston, who do you think is more intimidating? Who do you think will actually talk over someone? Who do you think would actually cower into a corner if a person would start opening their mouth? I can tell you right now, Lynette Preston, right, would not stand in front of the crampon, right, and, answer back. Because I'll tell you one thing, the crampons and the people associated to her, like Kendra, like Tori, like Marla Hughes, and all these other people, right? They intimidate Lynette Preston. You can tell. But the fact that she's asking for money yet again, and let's see how many people are stupid and dumb enough to go into the crampons, the fleas, the walruses stream, and donate money and give super chats. Oh, this is for Lynette. Why is it? Why is it that these two say that they're 100% disabled, but Lynette can do scenes from the Bionic Woman? She can pick up boxes full of tools that some men would struggle with, and she can pick these, and she can jump and run across uneven ground. Where's the receipt for that? Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I just keep on thinking self-employed LLC companies cannot make up their own invoices, so they can write anything on there. I mean, if like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything that, yeah, anyway. But the only way this is going to get sorted is if the IRS gets involved. If, none of this pussyfooting around, right? It's basically, and I don't want anybody, and I expect nobody to contact anybody who I'm discussing, who I'm talking of. I do not want anyone to contact anybody at any time, not on my behalf or not on your behalf or anyone else's behalf. All right, keep yourself out of it. Don't involve yourself in it. There's other stuff that's going on in the background, which is borderline legal, illegal, legal, whatever you want to call it. All right, but please, I'm saying this right now. Do not, under any circumstances, contact any of these people. Right? If any of them come to you and they talk to you, then engage with conversation. But other than that, do not speak or contact anybody. Not on my behalf, the platform's behalf, or anyone within this stream. Right? Because it has now got to a point where you just have to have an opinion, have some constructive criticism, and leave it at that. And at the end of the day, you're never going to find out where that $6,000. The fact that $6,000 was the impression that I got from that was that $6,000 was for a down payment for a lawyer to help her with the federal cases, with the thumbnail cases and everything else, basically to get her legal representation. They can, what they're going to sue me for freedom of speech, for articulating my opinion as under the fair use. I am this is criticism, constructive criticism. This is observational comment. So they can kiss my furry backside while they're at it. They can shave it as well. And the thing is, this is like, everyone is sue happy, but when it comes to a court case, they oh yeah, we'll sue you. We're going to counter sue you. Yeah, you counter sue. Go crack on. But the moment you hit the truth on the head, they start coming up with all these, case like in 1852, someone farted and that person, was sued, and like they had to prove that the room smelt, but they couldn't prove it because the windows were open. Really? I mean, this is how ridiculous this case has got. That's how ridiculous it's got. And the reason some people have stopped bringing me up like the crampons is because they know that I can catch them out in their own lives. That is one of the reasons. Okay, they're getting very careful what they say. They're being very careful what they say now. And specifically now that they've got this case going against them, there has been a complete change in the makeup. There's been a complete turnaround in the way they behave, the way they talk, and everything else. I mean, when it comes to Luthman and other people like him, they don't really care. I mean, for some reason, he doesn't care. He really doesn't give two shits if he's going to end up in jail again or not. He doesn't care. The fact that people were actually discussing this junior and senior thing, the suffixes behind his surname, but he never ever used it. Oh, someone can say on a technicality, he doesn't have to use it because the only person who has to use it is his father. Well, no. They both have the same first name. They both have the same middle initial, even if it's Albert or Arthur or whatever. It doesn't freaking matter. They both have the same first name. They both have the same middle name. They both have the same surname. Right? So they need to be identified either as the junior or the senior. So therefore, he should be having junior behind his name the whole time from day one. The moment he left, even in school, from day one, bang. It should have been on his school documents. It should say, students, Richard A. Luthman Jr. Because why is it different for him, but for everyone, for other people who've got a suffix on the end of their name, why it has to be different for them? Why is he special or something? Well, yeah, I mean, he is special, but that's beside the point. I mean, seriously, I feel sorry for that forest because the amount of stupid people falling out of those trees and hitting every branch on the way. No wonder there's no leaves on the trees at the time. I mean, seriously, you can't make this crap up anymore. That's not just misdirection, Gail. That is wasting court time. That's wasting money. I mean, like, the thing is, I hope that he pays out of his arse. And the thing is, here's the thing, right? There's a protection order out against him until 2028 for a DA in New Jersey. right? And I think he has to repay retributions or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but right. I mean, if you want to find out, go and do your own research. The entire money thing reminds me of the New York case of online fraud by D'Amico and McClure. They solicited a homeless guy and collected over. I don't know if I heard about that. I don't know, but I've heard. I don't quote me on this, but I'm sure I've heard about that. Not sure, but that's, I don't know. Is that so? Anyway, Jeff, his filings were nothing to do with the issues. How the one guy held his composure, his representation leaned towards the door, couldn't wait to leave. I think that there is enough money involved that the IRS has to investigate. Well, I mean, someone told me it's $60,000 or $80,000. I don't know if it's 60 or 80. I mean, I know that like after $10,000 that you have to declare, you have to declare it. Or I think it's 18 or 12 or 10 or something. I can't remember. I've been going through so many freaking different documents. But if the IRS did get involved, yeah, I think it would blow this case wide open. I think it would. I'm just saying my own personal opinion. I think it will blow this case out of the water. It'll be like watching that nuclear test where all the ships were in one circle and it went boof and it went wrong a little bit. So yeah, it would make the detonation of the nuclear weapon in Hiroshima look like a freaking fart in the water. Bloop. But then again, how do we know that that's not already happening? I mean, like, I doubt very much, if there was an investigation going on, yeah, fine, you can turn around and say, yeah, the feds were involved or this and that, yeah. But when it comes to investigations, sometimes the feds won't even tell you that they're investigating, Yeah, I mean Her Majesty's His Majesty's Customs and Excise over here, and also Inland Revenue. Excuse me, and Inland Revenue. If you owe taxes or you owe them money, they'll get in touch with you. But the thing is, right? If you're honest, they'll even sort out repayments for you. But the thing is, if you're not receiving tax, like for example, if I at some point. Because I also stream on other platforms as well, and I've already filled out the information on those platforms, and my financial advisor's gone, yeah, fucking taxes get paid, and even if you don't earn enough that month or every 3 months, every quarterly, right? I just send. If I got taxed hypothetically, because I can earn up to a certain amount a year here in the UK, each person has a tax code, right? And it depends on and the tax code is usually £12,750 or £12,250, right? So you can earn up to £12,250, right? Tax without paying tax. However, right, that's if I was on here and I was earning 10,000 a month, that is not just that. It also includes any other income I've got. So if on different platforms, if I'm monetized on different platforms, that also has to be added to that amount of money I earn per month. So if I earn like 15,000, 16,000 a month, hypothetically speaking, I doubt very much that will ever happen, right? That all is taxed. And then also over here, you have to pay national insurance contribution, which is a waste of freaking money because it's all getting freaking thrown into the wrong places as it is anyway over here. I'm not going to get into that one. But there you go. But anyway, guys, we are very quickly going to have an intermission so I can actually get a drink. So if any, and if anyone's got anything to say before I go into intermission, please say so now or forever hold your peace. So I can go and get a drink. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this. So on that note, 1 second, please. What a freaking evening! I'm quite enjoying this. Yeah, I am enjoying this. I am enjoying this a lot. Right, I'll be right back, and the tunes will follow in a second. Be right back.
Everything's good, everything seems alright. A storm is brewing, it's about to hit. The energy of a storm, it will all transmit. The energy of the storm, it's pounding in my veins. The energy of the storm, thunder calling out my name. Streetlights flicker, the shadows sway. Whispers in the thunder won't fade away. The sky is breaking, the silence torn. Every heartbeat echoes in the eye of the storm. The energy of the storm, it's pounding in my veins. The energy of the storm, thunder calling out my name. Lightning strikes, I feel alive. Crashing waves of sound collide.
we're back, and welcome back, and hopefully everyone is doing well. I is back. Oh God, I tell you, I needed that drink. I forgot what I was going to say now. So, basically, why have I just forgot what I was going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, and there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just going to sit back and watch, and I will continue to have my opinion. But the fact that that woman is asking for money again, grifting again, it will never stop. So, thank you. That music was created and produced and done by JK Films. So a big shout out to him. And also, obviously, the music in my intros, the country and western, was done by DJ Rattus. So a big shout out to him as well. So remember, go and check those guys out. Okay. And don't be strangers. DJ Rattus is doing his daily diaries. That's really hilarious. Some of them are hilarious. And obviously, JK Films is doing his little shorts as well. His little videos are fantastic. These guys, those two are so freaking talented. But anyway, right. One thing I was going to talk. I'm going to point out a couple of things for you that I've learned over the last few months in regards of live streaming. How to progress as a streamer. And I'll be very honest with you, it is not easy. But I've got the time. My work involves online and also in person, so I've got a lot of time, which is good for me. So I'm learning, and as you can see, the new thumbnail that I used tonight, I thought I'd try it out. And obviously, Amago helps me out as well, so I really appreciate Amago. And there will be a day where my appreciation will turn up. Steve Ambona, have you seen the game? Have you seen the game where you can dock worker unloading cargo ships? No, I haven't. What is the? Hang on a minute. Let me get my my pen and hang on. What's the game called, Steve? Lisa, Jeff, the amount of Ramscan charged for bankruptcy was some of the fee for the Scout BBB to sniff him out. Well, that's speculation. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows? Unless there's factual evidence to show that Deuce Foreskin received a payment for finding that guy a client, then yeah, fine, you can say it. But until then, it's just speculation and allegedly. No, Sienna, not a problem. Not a problem. That's got priority. So you never apologize for things like that. Yeah, I haven't seen Daniel actually for a while. If anyone sees him, so. And has anyone seen Aussie Gen? I know I haven't seen Roy, or I haven't seen SMN. So I hope they're okay. Yeah, there's quite a few people I haven't seen, but they pop in once in the blue moon. But like I said, let's have a look at the poll. Let's have a look at the poll. Right. Okay. So shooters are 46. Oh, right. Okay. People like the shooters. Liked it. Okay. Driving 38%. Battleships, stuff like that, 4%. And other, let's discuss, 12%. So I'm going to put that to bed. There you go. It's called docked. Right. Okay. Docked. I'll check that out, and then I'll give you my opinion about that on the next stream. I'll check that out. He seems to draw these unprofessionals in. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there should be a bar set, and pardon the pun, a bar set for a bar exam for lawyers in general. Is once they do pass their bar exam, they have to be chaperoned by a professional, experienced lawyer who has the power to stop them from practicing law if it comes to it. You know, I think that anyone who's been on the grievance committee, right, should be a chaperone for new lawyers for at least a year. You know, and also I also believe that lawyers should be able to start their own company or their own business within the first 10 years, or become a partner or be involved in a partner program in a company. Like, for the first 10 years, they have to do law. And like, you know, so, and then because one thing I can tell you, those you'll very quickly weed out those who just want to get the money or want to play, like, you know, pocket billions with other people and make deals and shit like that. So, you know, that's probably the only way. But this day and age, and with things going on in the world, who knows what you're getting. But anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, it does. Sienna, it doesn't matter, my sweetness. But when it comes to situations like that, trust me, I'm the last thing you should be worried about. You know, you should be dealing with your friends and that. So, you know, just so you know that I understand, you don't have to explain yourself or give an explanation. So, just saying. Right. Here's one thing I just want to say. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody, you know, for joining. But I want to remind you about one thing. And you're seeing it on screen right now. Okay, let me just enlarge it so you can all see it. There you go. Remember that. Remember, behind every successful person, there are a pack of lies, a pack of haters. So you're always going to get people who are not going to like you. And so therefore, I hereby publicly offer you the Uno card right back at you. Right. So just for future reference, before people think that, like, you know, just for future reference. Anyway. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go very quickly into our coffee moment. Right. So we just can talk, shoot the shit for. And has anyone noticed how much I swore tonight? I should get myself tested to see if I've got Tourette syndrome. So I'm only joking now. But yeah, there you go. Behind every successful, yes, there is. My beautiful queen is asleep. I'll be honest with you. I was a little bit tired today, but you know, and I hope that Missy Lady's doing well. I think Missy Lady was live today. I did pop in to say hi. I'm sure I said hi. I could have sworn I said hi. I don't know. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. It's been an interesting week. Yeah, good to see you, Jeff. By the way, that bankruptcy lawyer. Oh yeah. Oh right, okay. Hey, broke man. I'm not broken. I'm just tired. But anyway, guys. So not. I mean, we're now going to end the stream. We're coming to the end, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming in, even for the people sitting on the outside. I appreciate that that you hang out and just listen. Remember, everyone has an opinion, just like you have an opinion. You know, some people agree to disagree or disagree to agree, right? But don't throw your teddy out the pram just because you don't agree, right? I don't know if Missy Lady's today or not. But if you are offended, then deal with that yourself. Because, it's very easy for people to become very easily offended over anything these days, especially if it's nothing. Another quick thing, just to remind you, at the top of the screen there is a link to my second account, my gaming account. That's where games only you'll find games only. Just be aware, I have certain set rules and stuff like that. And obviously comments are open. Go and enjoy the videos. Enjoy yourself. It's there to entertain you. And if you got any ideas for any games, feel free. I will be putting a post up soon in the next few days, so that give you a chance to interact and and yeah. And on the next one, basically, the next stream I do, what type of stream would you like? What type of content would you like on the next stream? Because obviously Mondays and Tuesdays, I've got already different streams. But what would you like to have? What content would you like the next time I stream? The next time I do a stream, what content would you like? Or what would interest you? Right, just again, I'll wait until you answer because obviously, so yeah. But if you got any questions, again, feel free to go ahead and ask questions. And like I said, you need to remember that with some people, when they were born, they were drop kicked. Relaxed, open discussion sounds cool. Well, I think tonight was a quite relaxed, quite laid back. Yeah, well, some people have a better access than I do. Don't forget, I mean, I've been on sites in the States where I don't have access. It's like if you don't live, basically, I don't live in a state, so I don't have access. And I'm not going to ask other people to do the research for me. I don't need lackeys. If people want to help out, fine, but I don't. I'd rather do it myself because if I make a mistake, it's my fault. If someone else makes a mistake, it's their fault. I appreciate that, Teresa. I do try to. Excuse me, I forgot to mute there. I do have my opinion, and some people don't like my opinion because it's unfiltered and it's not molded to the way that some people like. And at the end of the day, it's the way it is. It is what it is. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it as it is. I don't think sugarcoating or pussyfooting around certain topics, unless it is very delicate, then obviously, tonight's was eye-opening to his underhand behavior. Whose underhand behavior? My behavior. I was a good boy today. Ask Jeff. So Teresa, what do you have you got any questions, or what did you agree with? What didn't you like? What is this? Yeah. Oh, bless. I am tactful. I am No, yeah, I don't know. Oh, right. Okay. Tactful? Yeah. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, I mean, like, I find YouTube very strange because, there are certain things allowed on YouTube, and I've seen on YouTube over the years, but the moment you say something controversial, it's like, oh, you can't say that, or you get people, reporting you for saying, hey, you're an idiot. It's it's like you're either dealing with immature, insecure, lowest self-esteem individuals who can't handle hard facts or the truth, or you're dealing with people who are trying to deliberately go out their way to damage your reputation, damage your platform, and damage your stream or damage your content. And then you've got the so for me, it's like basically I just say it as it is, because at the end of the day it has to be said. And if other people want to beat around the bush, I don't. I will say it as it is, as long as it's public and it's publicly available, and it is I'm not changing anything. If I'm going to talk about something, I will try to make sure that I've got the evidence and the facts and the proof, because that's how I roll. For me, integrity and ethics are important. I know a lot of people like to try to press my buttons because they know they'll get a reaction. I know a lot of people like to try to take the piss. Right? They like to take the mock, they like to joke. But the thing is, here's the difference. There is banter and joking. But when you go on and on and on and on and on about it, it becomes irritating. It becomes disrespectful. And that's why sometimes I will actually turn around and say, yeah, okay, yeah, you made your point. Let's move on. However, in the past, some people have taken offense by that. And I don't care if they take offense. That's their problem, not mine. Yes, I am Welsh. Yes, I'm a sheep shagger. Yes, I do. Every time I walk into a field with more than 5 sheep, I am happy because I just walked into a brothel. So, I mean, I don't mind a joke here and there, but, it's I draw the line at people trying to antagonize. I've got people who, perfect example, Jeff Grady. He likes to joke. And I quite enjoy it, because the thing is, it shows people that I am a human being, that I'm not just an arsehole, that I'm not just here just to, talk crap and then move on to the next topic. Right. So, we go back and forth. Other people go back and forth. I mean, Lisa, obviously, she has a problem. She needs to go after the goats where I go after the sheep. You've got other people like, where are you? Where is he? Yeah, what I mean? It's having a sense of humor. And the problem is, if people don't give you the opportunity to actually get to know you, like, you ask anyone who knows me offline, who knows me when I, this persona that you're listening to right now, this persona that you're listening to right now is completely different to the persona that you would actually find and hear. Like, if I talk to you on Discord, if I talk to you privately, I mean, like Eric, you ask Eric, I'm a complete different person, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to change for anybody. I will respect people. And even if that person, I still respect that person, but that person's pissed me off, I will still talk to them, but I will not engage in a full conversation. That's why, with some people, I just go, yeah. And I think it's come to a point now where I can't joke with people. Well, I can't come around and say, like, Jeff, he's funny as fuck, actually. I mean, I've got, you got Jeff Grady, Jeff Montgomery, and there's a couple of other people. You got Timothy, you got other people where I have back and forth, even with Eric. All right. And like, sometimes I want to joke, but because of the circumstance, because of the tone, because of obviously the topic that's been said, if I turn around and say, "Oh, Jeff, fucking hell, when you fell out the stupid tree, you have branched on the way down, you got promoted to branch manager and decided to take your face for a shit," that's a joke. You know what I mean? That's banter. But it's how you say it, and when it comes to streams I've seen lately, people want to judge you. I've had people, make sarcastic comments, even though I've noticed them, not just on my platform, but on Squid's platform and other people's platforms, where they've made sarcastic comments or under the breath comments. about me being on that platform, me talking, me discussing it with them. And I find that a little bit fucking rude, because I don't come into your home and I don't sit in your home and tell and dictate to you what you can and can't do. You know, and that's what upsets me, because the thing is, you're not insulting me in that aspect. You're insulting Squid. You're insulting my pretty, right? Now, there's been times where I've sat there and I've gone, do you know what? I'm not going to leave, but I'm not going to say anything, because at the end of the day, right, I don't want these individuals to take control of, you know, what goes on. So I don't say anything, and I'll point it out. But tonight I'm pointing it out, and I'm a type of person. 99% of the time, I'll tell you to wind your neck in. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can always leave. No one is stopping you from leaving. No one is stopping you from never listening to me again. You don't have to listen to me. But other people should not be affected by your opinion about me, or your opinion about her, or opinion about anyone else. As simple as that. And I have noticed it with some people. Now, that's why I try to restate the fact that when you come into chat, all I expect you to do is respect me, respect the people in here, and vice versa. Constructive conversations and discourse is one of the best things that you can have. And when you've got someone like me who's willing to sit here and listen, I mean, there are people out there who make up shit, and then they think they are so convinced about what they're saying, even though it's not true. They are so convinced that it's true, they will make a big deal out of it. And I've seen that. And to be honest with you, it's very destructive. Now, that's why, in all essence, is one of the reasons I have decided to split my gaming from this. Because when I play a game, I want to enjoy myself. I want to chill. So, yeah, I am tactful under the circumstances. What do you mean, your goat? You forgot the abbreviation, and S is behind that. You know, it's like how many people I've got, you know, who've gone, oh bloody hell, why is Musi Lady calling them a Welsh twat? Why is he calling her a jock? You know, it's at the end of the day, if you don't like what you hear, or you don't like me, don't let other fucking people suffer because of your inability to have an open mind about other people. Not everyone is going to like each other. Not everyone is going to respect each other. Not everyone is going to agree with what anyone else says. But one thing you can do is respect everyone else, because they may not have your opinion. They may not think the way you think. Right? Now, going back to Jeff Montgomery, Jeff Grady, Tom, you know, a couple of people, I have a fantastic time. Now, Jeff is still here, I hope. I have a fantastic time of back and forth. But we all know when to stop. We all know, you know, okay, let's carry on. And, you know, sometimes Jeff and I have had back and forth in regards of certain topics about this case and that. And we've never got angry with each other. We've never got fucking upset with each other. You know, we may agree to disagree or disagree to agree. But that's what human people do when it comes to communication. So there's an old saying, right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Right? Don't try to do as I say, but don't do as I do. Yeah, but here's the biggest issue, Teresa, and everyone else. Okay, now the internet is a cesspool already. It's bad enough as it is. The big difference that you, I, and everyone else can do is by bringing normality in. Like we can sit in here and have this conversation. I wanted to finish a minute ago, and we could finish this conversation, and you can then wait a minute. Is Squid still alive? because I'm going to try to redirect the squid. All right. And at the end of the day, when you turn that computer off, that's it. You go back to your normal life. You go and talk to your neighbors, or you go and sit down and whatever. Right. And the thing is, when you turn that computer back on, or you look, this is why people, this is one of the reasons social interaction has gone out of the fucking window. It's done. Because the way people socially interact now is via this shit. All right? And I'm not going to allow that to happen to me. And I've got the utmost respect for Jeff Grady. I've got utmost respect for everybody who I've spoken of, who I've met. And I tell you one thing, there's people who I've met who no longer come into my stream, or I no longer communicate. And one or two of them I still respect. However, you won't see me talking to them because I don't want to interact with them. There are people from my career, when I served, from my career. When we worked together, we worked fantastically. You know, we did our job. But the minute I got into my car and left camp, excuse me a second, 1 sec. As soon as I left camp, that was it. I don't want any interaction with them. However, if they called me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they were in a shit state and they didn't, they were in a dump, they were in the dumps and needed someone, I'd be going, right, where are you? I'll be there in 20 minutes, or I'll be there in half an hour, or I'll be there in 45 minutes, right? Because that's the type of person I am. Just because I don't want to interact with them. When people are in need for that support, or for someone to be there with them, when they're down in the dumps, or they need that chat, I will drop everything I do. I will drop everything I do, and I'll try my best to get to them as quick as I can. And the perfect example happened last year when I got a call off my mate, and and everything, and his wife, and everything was going mad, and I got to his house. And basically, I literally had to manhandle him onto the ground. And I was literally holding him down for nearly 45 minutes, probably longer, because he is a big fucking lad. And I literally had to hold him down to keep him calm and calm him down. Take care, Teresa. Nice. Is it Teresa or Teresa? Teresa. Is it Teresa or Teresa? But anyway, you take care. Thank you very much for being here, and you take care of yourself. And that's what counts. It's the real human, integrity, selfless commitment. I've always gone by the core values of what I learned when I joined the military and before, and I will always follow those rules, no matter what. But anyway, guys, on that note, I am going to call it a day. And I am very thankful for you guys for being here. And at the end of the day, anyone listening on a replay, here's a word of advice. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you don't want to interact with someone, no one is forcing you to do so. But don't use excuses to dislike someone or to hate someone. If you don't want interaction with them, no one is forcing you to do that. Don't make this whole situation with what the hell's in the ecosystem a reason to dislike people, because to be honest with you, if this hadn't happened, you would have never met any of these people, or I would have not ever met any one of these people. Well, we probably would at some point, but at the end of the day, guys, you do what you do, you boo, as they say. But one thing you need to remember: respect is earned, it's not given. Okay, I just want everyone to chill out, relax, be safe, and be able to talk to each other. As simple as. And if you don't like it, well, no, c'est la vie. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Bye-bye. And remember, a smile a day keeps the weird people away. Yeet.
They go live
every night, selling drama on demand with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till SpawnTrooper drops and it flips on the light. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he says the situation at hand. SpawnTrooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. SpawnTrooper, the force is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with his scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but SpawnTrooper's on that. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he says the situation at hand. Weak with this one. Now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And SpawnTroopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity, blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. SpawnTroopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of move. SpawnTroopers here to expose your groove. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. SpawnTrooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. SpawnTrooper, the force is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this whole bunch.